Okay, so welcome back. This is the catch that was on Saturday. It's now Tuesday. It was moved up here Sunday night. I did, while setting up, observe pollen going in, which is a good indicator, but it's not one that I follow as far as whether there's a queen in there or anything. Bees act weird. They'll get pollen when there isn't a queen. And temperament, in my opinion, is a better gauge of whether there's a queen in there. So I am going to transfer these, but some comments and some questions were very good as far as another option on what to do with your catch. And you certainly can crush the queen and combine the bees with other colonies that need the help. That's one option. And then, there's beekeepers in your area or somebody that might be in need. You can always give it to them and donate it to them. And actually, that's what happened last year with the one on the end. A guy that catches swarms donated it to me because he wasn't going to get to it, and it wasn't going to do any good without him getting to it. I know in the past I haven't brought this over like this, but it's like Christmas. You never know what's in there. That is 5 frames of bees in a late season catch. If it was smaller, if it was smaller, then certainly the option of crushing the queen and combining would probably be a better option. I'm not into it myself. Listen, if they want a chance for survival, I'm going to give it to them. So, including the queen. I hate to find out it was a good queen. So, we're just going to transfer them. I already got an entrance reducer. You want to keep that entrance small. They may have to fight. So there we go. That's a big starter strip that I got in there, bigger than what I normally use. This is actually an older frame, one of the first ones I did. I do have feed for them. That's weird. I don't know. A couple dead bees on the bottom in there already, and I didn't do it. Again, a bait comb. They're drawn. A bait comb, 3 starter strip frames, and a plastic foundation frame. So now we're getting up to the bait comb here. This is, I'm not going to say a huge swarm, but for the time of season, I would say it's a good swarm. Just trying to be as gentle as possible. course, you should always be concerned about the queen, but they need every bee they can get. All right, so bait comb, absolutely bone dry. Nothing in stores. Those late spring ones that we caught, that whole frame was nectar. This one is being worked. These are all old frames. Just I never used them. I mean, not bad for the days they've been in here. That's weird. They started right here drawing on the fishing line instead of at the top. Their engineering department will fix that. Yeah, so not much drawn. I would say there's a lot less in the environment. They are going to get feed today. They are going to get a pollen patty today, Hive Alive, and the feed supplement. The feed has supplement from Hive Alive as well. I've been using it for a while. I'm really impressed with it. I do carry them, but I don't ship. So Grand Rapids area only. Wow. No work. Man. These girls have got a ton of work ahead of them. Some would crush the queen, like I said. You know, if you got colonies that you know have good queens and you need to get them through the winter, I can see it. It's not for me though. No, if I caught one in a couple weeks, I would reconsider. But I also would be really concerned in a couple weeks that it was an absconding situation. Not the basketball that we saw before. Can't even remember what catch it was. 2 back. So this is 5 for the year, catch 5. But you know, they're using that exterior wall a lot. Again, I'm trying to kill as little of bees in the process as I can. I don't know why. I will say that there's a lot of young bees in here. I can tell. one of the other ones at the other end. I didn't do a good a job as I would have liked putting the frames in. I put 2 plastic foundation ones like right next to each other. Normally I try and use them to keep them drawn in the right direction, put up a firewall, kind of keep them from cross-combing or whatever. But so 1 plastic foundation, and 4 starter strips added to what was already in there, which was 3 starter strips, 1 bait comb, and a plastic foundation. And that's what I run. If I'm running on low on bait comb or something, but you got to put frames in your swarm traps. This process should be quick right here. You can see I already got all the frames in. They're going to get their feed. You don't run all the frames that you need to run. You're doing a cutout right now, a box cutout. I just don't understand it, unless you just don't have the frames. Then I could see it, but you got to make it easy on them. Putting a 1/4 pound pollen patty, Hive Alive. I thought about even giving them a pound because I'm not going to be in this box. I'm not going to be in this box for 3 weeks. Maybe a quick peek to do some frame manipulation, because that is going to be very important for their survival. I do have 2 traps that have bait combs still in them. So that's an option at the end of this season. Get your bait combs back, put them in the colonies, have them worked. You'll have enough dry. If you have a dead out, then that certainly gives you more than enough bait comb. But I find that I can usually get some comb from them, that there's enough dry in there when they come through the winter that I can get enough bait comb. So I did figure out that these are about 1.5 liters, these feeders. I've got them on Amazon. I got 3 of them, so I have to assume it was a 3-pack, maybe not. There are several sizes. These are the ones that I found that are a little bit bigger. They could be bigger, but they work. It's also kind of a pain to always have to pull your frames out of your supers and steal a super. So I need to level it. I won't bother filming that. And that's it. Firstborn is a long time away. they'll finish marching in, and we'll continue to feed them, continue to monitor them, and give you updates. But I would say number 3 is likely the 5th and final catch of the year. So with that, we're grateful, we're happy. Going to finish up some more things in the bee yard here. Please like, share, comment, ask me questions. You can find me on a couple platforms: Facebook, social media, Fishing for Bees, or Instagram, sorry. So anyways, thank you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. This is why you want to put the right number of frames in your traps and run frames in your traps and not just boxes. 15 minutes later, less than 15 minutes later, everything's back to normal. Foragers will find that entrance. They're already finding the entrance. There's pollen going in. They're not angry. They're not upset. You start cutting into brood frames or brood comb and honeycomb and making a mess and slinging honey, especially this time of year, you're going to have your other colonies robbing. So yeah, run the right number of frames. It makes life so much easier, and it's so much easier on the bees. Thank you.